Oh, one thing I want to point out too, Tammy, if you go to Sent next
Yes.
to the completed tab, I'm just going to point this out to folks.
Uh-huh.
So there's a great little, if you hover over the icons there, you can see one more, the history. Perfect. Click on that. So you can
Ah,
see that it's
excellent.
been sent. Yeah, so assistants, you can see that it's been sent in when it gets viewed and that kind of stuff so that you know that they got it. Mm-hmm.
Great. Great. And sometimes these are also helpful to print if you ever need to print these for a file as some sort of record tracking on this. I know folks have done that before as well.
Great.
I also noticed here on this that here's where you can edit or resend the envelope if there's been some sort of glitch.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All righty.
Excellent.
That's all
Thanks,
I've got
Tammy.
then. Yep.
Thank you. Okay, so that is the Form 40, Assistance on Behalf of Agents. And we had one more thing that we were going to touch on today, which is a refresher on the Documents tab in a file, specifically on the Share Docs feature. So I'm going to go through that now. I'm going to reshare my screen. Actually, before I do, I'm going to log into our demo account so I can actually create something. So you can follow along in real time. Give me just a second. We're going to switch over to an agent demo account, SkySlope style. Here we are. Okay. I just keep those for now. All right. I'm going to move this over. There we go. So you should be able to see my SkySlope demo account now. And we're just going to go into a listing, and we're going to find a listing with some documents. Okay, so let's see. Let's look here to see if we've got some documents. Remember, the Documents tab is where all of those are going to go prior to being turned into the checklist. Here we go. We've got one with a bunch. Okay. So you'll remember that you're always turning in documents to the checklist, but sometimes, and a lot of times actually, you'll have documents in this Documents tab that maybe weren't turned in. You just wanted to associate them to this file, right? So you're storing them here. And so what we're going to talk about next is, well, what are some ways that you can share these documents with a title company, a customer, that type of a thing, okay? And there's a couple of ways. You can directly email out, and we've talked about this before, but what you would do is you would click on email, and this pulls up a little email client. You would put the email of whoever it is that you need this communication to go to, and then you would check the boxes of the documents you want to also send as attachments as part of that email, okay? Another really great way, for those of you that have used something like a Dropbox or a Google Drive before, is the ability to generate a link, okay? So this is super useful, and I'll tell you why in just a second. It's useful we talked about how you could generate leads this way, right? By putting the link on social media and hosting files at the link, or photos at the link, excuse me. But you could also do this to say, hey, client, here are all the documents that were a part of your transaction. You're going to click on Shared Docs, and we'll just say this was the Dodds home sale. Okay. And you can click create, and it gives you this link. So now you're hosting these documents at this link, and when you supply that link to your customer or the title company or whoever, they then are able to come here and click on these documents. And you'll see when they do, it just launches a PDF viewer of it where they can download, print, etc. Okay. So super, super easy. The reason this is neat for generating leads, but also for working with people and sort of sending them these documents, is the viewing of that is captured in the log itself. So you remember the log is the digital footprint of the file, and you'll see that I viewed this, okay? So viewed the home sale, etc. Okay. Now, when you send this over to someone for the first time, and I can show you what this looks like in an incognito window. And this is just a window that doesn't know it's me for this link. And it will show you the experience of someone that's new to this. So they'll enter their name, email, and phone. So you'll have a record of who's accessing this area, okay? Which is helpful. Okay, and again, all of that information gets captured in the log of the file where you have that digital footprint, okay? Any questions on that? Feel free to use the chat. If so, I think that was what we had scheduled. One other thing that I should mention is all of your, we call those shared docs, those shared bundles. All of your active bundles end up here in this little tab, shared bundles, and you can see them here, and you have the ability to deactivate them from here when they're when you want them to no longer be active, okay?